flags and why. An example is like somebody who's, I like this example actually. Somebody who's always on the phone, and it's like, how rude is the reaction? I feel like
deal breaker.
No, this one is red flag.
Red flag.
But I'm glad you said that, Moon, because I got a question about the deal breaker thing. So 3 to 5 red flags is like that. Somebody's always on the phone. What I don't like about that, that's one of my red flags. If you always on the phone, but I can never get in touch with you.
Oh, yeah.
That is a red flag. How you can get in touch with somebody, but they always have their phone in their hand? Yeah, that's one of my red flags. Disappearing acts. Because I don't know where you at when you disappearing and you come back talking about you went to pray for a week or two.
Come back
That's a red flag for me.
It's a no for me.
I can't do disappearing acts.
My red flag would be like no childhood friends. I think a girl that don't have
like if she don't have it?
She don't have no childhood friends. That's like weird to me. It's weird to me. People don't really fuck with you. Like, because if you lived in New York all your life and you don't have childhood friends, like it's an issue.
Something about that.
It's something about you. That shit don't just sit right with me. It's fishy. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
She doesn't clean twice a week minimum. The house.
How did you know that?
I could tell.
What is that a red flag for? What does that mean?
If I come to your house and I see shit that's like, if your room looks like mine, like we got a problem. Like, I know a girl's supposed to be clean.
So you want a maid?
No, I don't want a maid. I clean up on Sundays.
Oh man, red flag. I think we really too much thought to this. I mean, like you said, it can never be wrong. I like that. As far as dating, if you date the same kind of person over and over again, you know, that's a red flag for me because that means you ain't learn nothing. So you're gonna try to do the same crap.
That was a good one.
That was a real good one. With you.
Not Phil Florence.
Like, I want a girl to have male friends as well. I want you to have friends. Like, period. I don't care what it is. Have friends, because sometimes I don't want you around me. Like, go with them. Feeling like, please, take her.
I don't like guys. The phone thing is big for me too. Not that they're always on the phone, but I don't like guys that like go out their way to hide their phone. So if you purposely turn the phone over, if you go in to pee in the middle of the night and you take the phone with you. Right?
I know you got it.
Needy?
Right.
Like needy.
Are they typically needy?
Yes.
I need to see
they don't know they can be.
Where we go?
They don't
like
know
my
that
guys.
they're needy, but they're needy.
I like my guys like on my
Bumper?
yeah, I can't say the word.
Is that like borderline controlling?
It can be. It could be manipulative. That like feeling neediness, like, oh, I want you to stay home, you know, but really you trying to control me. You just don't want me out.
I think a lot of people mix up the difference between red flag and a deal breaker. Like to me, a red flag is like a whoa, let me kind of watch out. And I feel like red flags are our trauma. It could be from how we were raised, and it could be from our past relationship. It's not necessarily that person is shitty. It's just our trauma. But a deal breaker is I got to get the out of here. That's what I feel like a deal breaker. I want us to get into some deal breakers.
Told me sun and shorts.
So we got Reef here. Y'all know Reef?
Reef, what up, girl?
So we're gonna throw you in the conversation, but before you can get in here, you gotta play a game. You gotta have an icebreaker game. You can't just jump in a conversation. You gotta earn your rights, and you're gonna be in the hot seat. So come over here. So we playing Family Feud. And I chose Family Feud because we actually gonna use family. It's gonna be brother against brother. Survey says that these are the top deal breakers. Relationship deal breakers. So you have to guess the top relationship deal breakers, and you got 2 minutes. Round 1 is Reef, round 2 is Moon. Alright. You gotta take some gourmet Dad and Bougie shots. Name a relationship deal breaker that should not be considered a huge problem. You got 2 minutes to name as many as you can. And go.
Going out with friends. Hold on. Going out with friends. Going on business trips. Should not be a deal breaker. Hold on.
It's an easy one for me. Let's
I'm
go.
a walking deal breaker. I do music going there. It's tough for me. Having a conversation with your partner before you go out with friends.
Having two different sexual palates that doesn't work in the long run because
I think women are just naturally more horny than men.
yes. Because if I could have sex every day, I would. It's just never gonna.
Things that should not be a deal breaker is splitting up responsibilities in the house.
What?
Oh, yeah. Being close with your family.
What?
It's the what?
This is survey says. The survey says what majority of people think.
Things that shouldn't be a deal breaker. Telling the untruth every now and again.
A lie.
Little white lie.
Untrue. Liar, pants on fire.
Little fib here and there.
And so it is. Survey says most people say cheating should not be a deal breaker.
Wow.
Okay.
I don't know who they surveyed.
They said substance use.
Drugs.
Using drugs should not be a deal breaker.
What kind of drugs are they
Weed's
using?
not a
Definitely be talking
drug.
about weed.
I think abusive drugs should be a deal breaker,
Yeah.
like alcohol.
Yeah.
Hold on. So if you don't be
Bad hygiene should not be a deal breaker.
That was That's why I was close. I was keeping a bad house.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the last one was not having money shouldn't be a deal breaker.
Bullshit, it should.
Reef and Mustafa both earned a shot. Good job, guys. Reef is your hot thing. But we said like people always mix up red flags and deal breakers. Like red flags is supposed to be like a warning, like let me watch out for this. Deal breakers we feel like, well I believe should be like, nah, I gotta get out of this. We're not even gonna get to a deep relationship. I gotta get out of this.
Yeah.
Exactly. What you think the difference is? What's a red flag for you and what's a no, we're not doing this?
I just think blatant, like maybe cheating on the first time, like just be like a deal breaker.
Oh, you
Something like that.
don't even get him a second, third.
No, because honestly, when it comes down to cheating, like I'm a person that comes like straight up front. Like this is what I'm into. It can be open or it can be closed. What you want to do, kind of person.
It could be open, it could be closed.
Like be honest, right?
So you feel like it's okay for it to be open and closed on both sides? Because a lot of times men feel like the relationship should be open on their behalf, but not open on their partner's behalf. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I can do what I want if we can consider this an open relationship, but you better not try it.
Right, I understand
Kind of thing.
I'm fair across the board. I can't have no expectations of you holding it down if I'm letting you know it's open on the side.
I love that.
Yeah.
That remind me of my man, God bless the dead, my man Chef. He used to always have he had like a quote he used to say. He was like, if I'm doing something I don't need to be doing, I think of wherever my girlfriend out doing the same exact thing. And if I can't stomach it,
Yeah, I don't need to do it. That's right. That's right.
Exactly.
I think that
Long-lived stomach boy.
I think that women cheat emotionally. Men just want to slide.
No,
I don't think they do.
I disagree, and I really wish I would stop saying that.
Because it is.
I think
I just want to
No.
slide. If you just slide, I don't got no problem with that.
Yes, you would.
Nah, just do your thing, because I'm doing it too.
No.
But just
And I
don't
think
be
it's
going
more
on
than
dates
men
and
just
all
wanna
that, man.
slide.
go to the Hojo's.
Go to the 3-hour joint and come back, dog. You know.
But men go on dates. Y'all take them on dates.
No, we don't, man. That's niggas that's doing bad.
How many of you, by show of hands, think cheating is a deal breaker? 1, 2, 3, 4.
If you establish that, then yeah.
Wait, so you mean sneaky cheating or honest cheating?
Period.
Sneaky.
If it was
Sneaky
open,
link.
Sneaky.
It's not cheating. It's not
Sneaky
cheating.
link.
If it's open,
If it's open, it's not cheating.
Yeah, if it's open, it's definitely not cheating.
Being sneaky, yeah.
My thing is, you don't ever have to cheat on me. Like, there's no point in a situation where you need to cheat on me. If you don't like me, leave me.
All right, so for Reef, I'll pop in guess. Since you said that the honest cheating is not cheating, are you kind of pro polygamy lifestyle? Do you think that polygamy would prevent relationships from having cheating in it?
Yeah, because then it really isn't cheating. If you open to that and that's what you agreed upon and that's the way you live in your lifestyle and the partner that you want to engage is cool with that, then it's fine.
I don't think that, given the Will and Jada situation, I think that you can have an open relationship and still cheat.
Oh, it could be some entanglement.
Right.
What happened was he was more in it than she was, and because he couldn't handle the emotional, which is why I don't agree with that lifestyle. Because to me, I feel like somebody is getting the shorter end of the stick, even if it's emotionally. He might be giving y'all sex, equally, right? For both the wives. But there's somebody that comes that takes a priority. It's just that he likes more, he's been with longer. Somebody takes priority in that situation, and the other, whoever's not that person, is going to feel away.
I still feel like you can cheat within polygamy.
Cheating to me is anything outside of your boundaries. So it's like cheating to me may not be what cheating to you is, but once we establish a set,
whatever your rules are.
Outside of that, you stepped out on a relationship, whether that's, we're gonna call it cheating, if it was sexual, if it was emotional, but I agree.
But now my question is this: if we say that, because I didn't raise my hand for cheating being a deal breaker, so but that is everybody that did raise their hand. The question that I'm posing is: so if you've ever got cheated on, you left?
No, and I think that's why I realized it was a deal breaker.
Oh, that's good.
Because I've never gotten cheated on, and the relationship has gone back to being the same.
So you guys agree on what you agree upon, you step outside of that, then you're out of bounds, because now it's like, I committed to this, you didn't rock with me, I feel violated because we're not in the same spot anymore. So that's why you can cheat in any kind of situation.
You think, like Zay said, sometimes the Henny just hit, you think men are capable of not cheating? Like, is it in y'all chemical makeup to be faithful?
All right, well, one, I can't speak for every man. I can speak for myself.
Thank you.
That's right that way.
There we go.
There we go. Hit him with a...
Yo, you see how the girls try to swipe you up? It's questions, man. I'll swipe you.
Well, in all honesty, it's situations that happen. There's times when you feel cornered, and it might be hitting. That's why I'm a tequila person. It might be some hitting that goes down, and then in that situation, it's like, it's tough because you might be in love with somebody, but then a scenario happens and you cross that line, you cross that red flag, or you hit that deal breaker and you cheat. It's like, how do you bounce back from that?
Because if you just had sex in a club or something like that, you gotta
in
go
the
your
club?
separate
Yeah.
All right, then whatever. And y'all gotta go your separate
do.
ways for life, right? Your partner probably wouldn't find out about that if you kept it separate. To me, guys don't just cheat. Even if it's nothing, they don't just cheat and go. It's always texting. It's always something where it leads up for your partner to find out about it. So to me, it's like, when guys cheat, even if it's the Henny hitting, you got her number, now you want to see her again, now you want to have sex again. What are you texting a girl for? Like, you were already wrong. Y'all never stop at just the wrong. It's always like, let me be wrong, girl.
But that's rude.
You can't love me if you put me in a predicament to hurt my feelings like that. So to me, a guy cheating on me, like, I just feel like, what kind of nigga are you? Like, you have to go.
Think of, what if my girl was here doing what I'm about to do? Like, that's why I get G saying you don't love her enough.
Oh, you think they thank you?
Yeah.
It's like, it's very self. It's your own needs, your own wants. You don't think about, like...
You don't think about me when you ready to eat.
Do y'all feel like it's a difference between cheating in a marriage and cheating in just a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship?
I gotta fill out these papers. When I say
you're not married,
when I fill out my W-2, it says single. It doesn't say in a current relationship.
like, you know how they be like, you single until you married. Right. So if you single but you in a relationship, you could do what you want because technically you not married. What you think about when people say stuff like that?
Nah, I don't agree with that, because you said it's the precursor. Yeah. That is the precursor. But once you are married, that's like, we got a whole agreement. You know what I mean? Like, this is what we doing for life right now. Let's try to stick to this. There's certain things that don't carry on, like from your marriage to you just being boyfriend and girlfriend, and carry on into your marriage. Like, it's a strong agreement.
Right.
If I'm committed and I'm about to marry somebody, then that's it. Unless like you got to marry more than one person.
Or
That's
And you cannot do that in New York State.
When women have kids sometimes, the way they act before they have kids, as far as sexually, it may not be the same afterwards. So you're like, damn, I done married her, I done made this commitment, and now it's like, damn, she only want to do it once every 2 months.
First of all, stop telling my business.
This is a marriage tip I'm gonna give y'all. Gotta do at least one of these 3 things daily to be a wife. Gotta either cook, clean, or have sex. So if you ain't cook, and if this is in the sink, I'm a happy man tonight.
Fuck out of here. I'm not doing nothing.
I want to know if y'all think that cheating is a lack of self-control, or is it just selfishness?
I think it's both. Because I think a lack of self-control plays into you being selfish.
Do you think so?
Like, yeah, like you not having the self-control to say, I don't want to do this situation, you giving into that lack of self-control, you're making a very selfish decision. Because you're not thinking about all of the effects. Like, think about all of the effects you said. Cheating makes the woman that you cheated on feel extremely insecure. Like, and you know how, like, you know how long it takes to get over insecurities? Like, those things live with people sometimes for a lifetime that they're still not able to get over. So I think that it's a selfish thing fueled by your lack of self-control.
To me, I think they just, a lot of times, they just think they're not going to get caught. Like, not even that it's a lack of self-control. Like, they could control it, but they want to do it.
It's an
ego thing, but I don't know that it's a lack of self-control. I think they could stop it. I just think it's like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
From a cheater, what would you say?
At first, I'm not a cheater. Let's be clear.
Back it up.
Technically, I cannot have been a cheater because I only had one relationship. So technically, I didn't cheat. Yes, I had multiple women. But I did not cheat on them because they were not my girlfriend or my wife.
But that does not work for American women, for Black American women. Other countries, like you got the money.
He said he don't want to get married, and you get married
I thought
here.
polygamy came out of poorness, like not out of riches. I thought
it came out of women not having access to resources, and women being in places where they can't get jobs, women being in places where they can't make enough money, where there's 8 women and 8 women.
So,
but not poorness, but there's less men.
Yeah.
Look, Denisha, like you.
No, it's love economics.
Love economics.
I pop in guest got a question.
Alright, so I know I'm not really asking questions, but we do you agree there's like power in words?
Yeah.
Right? So sometimes we consider like, I hear like women say it a lot, like that's my king, or male will say like that's my queen, but then we gotta revert back to like how many kings have just one woman?
Ooh,
you have one queen. For sure. You have one queen for sure. Like that's a power play. But how many have one woman, honestly, in history that you know of?
I want everybody to go around and just state. You don't got to elaborate on it. State what your deal breaker is. Like they got to go. You out of this relationship. I don't care. Ain't no second guessing. No hesitation. I'm out of here. Deal breaker.
Who you want to start with?
I can start.
Okay.
Damn, this is tough. Let me go around. This might be too tough. Lying, because I'm deep on that. Like I'd rather you be straightforward with me over anything else. I approach you telling the truth, so we should be cool on that end. You know, so lying is strong.
Fortunately and unfortunately for me, I feel like there are no deal breakers for me. I'm willing to stick it out and try to work it out through whatever. I can't. That's a good way to look at it.
I wish I would have went first, so it went like I'm copying. Like I'm copying. But I feel like we adapt to each other, and we made a commitment to be like, yo, we know these things about each other, and we are willing to stick these things out. If it was anybody else besides her, I would say, if you play with my kids. Like just if you play with my kids, that's the only thing. But the person I'm with, I know would never do that. So it's like I can't even say that. But if it was anybody else, like just don't play with my kids, like because then I'm okay with doing 25 to life in somebody's prison.
Mine would probably be the person I can't admit ever when they're wrong.
Ooh, yeah.
Like that shit is. Like
It's so simple to
it's
just say,
draining.
I was wrong.
Just say my bad. Like it's draining. Yeah, that
You
was
gotta
mine.
go a 3-hour conversation to get an apology.
I would say being devalued. Like what you do don't matter, your time you spend doesn't matter, your commitment doesn't matter. Or they act like it's just whatever, expected or regular, when it's supposed to be like a special commitment over time. You feel like you just anybody in a relationship, it's like, you know what, why am I here for?
Right.
So it will take time to get there, but being devalued.
I think I said this before, but to me, I think my biggest one is like not doing what you said you were gonna do, because I feel like it's a trend and it's a trust thing. So if I can't trust you to do what you said that you're gonna do, to me, like the relationship tends to go downhill. So that's usually like a deal breaker for me.
Like the inability to hold yourself accountable, self-reflect, and grow. Like you know, nobody's perfect, but I feel like if you know, like okay, well, I'll take ownership of that. And then this is why I did it. Like being able to actually talk about and talk through something, I think is really important.
I feel like
Nisha cut you off in the quick.
Now that is regular.
Her deal breaker list might be a mile long.
Not sticking around.
She not with the shiz naive. She not with the shiz naive at all.
Of not sticking around at all. But I listened to Mustafa and Ashley. Like those are a couple of my few friends who are, you know, my proteges as far as commitment and relationships and marriages. And I heard what y'all said about, you know, once you make that commitment, you got to work through certain things. And I'm all for that, and I get it. And I'd like to look at the, you know, the positive and negative side of things. But the one thing I refuse to deal with, is if your ass going to prayer camp, I'm not doing it.
They disappear?
Disappearing.
Not being in communication. Yeah, I'm not. It's over.
We got a story.
No prayer camp.
No prayer camp. Prayer camp was a classic story. It will go down in history. It's one of the best stories I've ever heard.
Communication.
And if he was really there,
No communication.
if he was really there, it makes it. I don't know how to feel. I don't think he went to prayer camp, but if he really was,
He did not go to prayer camp.
Brother Sunflower.
And the takeaway I have from today is everybody's going to have different opinions on what cheating is, what if polygamy is right or wrong. You just have to be open to have conversations with the person that you're dealing with in order to see if y'all agree or on the same page of moving forward, or if y'all is even worth pursuing. What else I take away from this is that, you know, I have work that I still need to work on myself, because I have some toxic traits that I'm not willing to give up yet. You know, I'm definitely not trying to be faithful right now. I'm not trying to be in a relationship. I also don't think it's cheating if you're not married. So, yeah, there's a lot of shit I gotta deal with and work on with myself, but you know, I'm trying. I'm gonna get there eventually. Maybe by the time I'm 40.